Have you ever looked around your home and realized how many things you've held on to? Not because you need them, but because letting go feels a little too hard. It happens quietly over time. A drawer fills up here, a shelf overflows there. And before you know it, your home starts feeling heavier, even if you can't quite explain why. But here's the truth. Before you turn 70, there are certain household items that are worth letting go of. Not because they're without value, but because you've outgrown them. Decluttering isn't about getting rid of memories or stripping away comfort. It's about giving yourself room to breathe, move, and live more freely. In this video, we're going to explore 6 everyday items that may be weighing you down more than you realize. These aren't just things, they're quiet reminders of unfinished plans, old routines, or emotional ties that no longer serve the life you're living now. And releasing them, it can bring a sense of peace you didn't know you were missing. We'll talk about the objects we hold on to, just in case, the sentimental pieces that have outlived their purpose, and the outdated items that take more from your energy than they give. And through it all, you'll see that decluttering isn't about loss, it's about freedom. Freedom to enjoy your space, freedom to move with ease, freedom to welcome the next chapter of your life with clarity and grace. So let's begin this journey together. It might start with a drawer, a closet, or a single item, but what you gain in return is something much greater. Let's get started. Decluttering this part of your home isn't about throwing things out for the sake of it. It's about safety and clarity. It's about making sure that what you have is current, effective, and something you actually use. So here's how to begin. Check expiration dates. Anything past its date, especially medication, needs to go. Be sure to dispose of them properly. Be honest about use. If you haven't touched that hand cream, lipstick, or cologne in over a year, it's probably time to let it go. Streamline your routine. Keep what you truly use and clear the rest. Your cabinets will be easier to navigate and your daily life will feel just a little bit lighter. Number 4, old papers, documents, and unused mail. Paper has a sneaky way of accumulating little by little until suddenly there are piles on every surface. And while a few documents here and there might not seem like a big deal, over time it adds up. And more than that, it adds stress. Think about how it feels to dig through a drawer looking for something important, only to sift through years of bills, warranties, and receipts you no longer need. Or the way unopened mail can sit on the counter, creating a quiet sense of guilt every time you walk past it. Barbara, 73, had this exact experience. Her filing cabinet was bursting with paperwork, old tax returns, instruction manuals for appliances long gone, and random letters she hadn't read in decades. When she needed to find one simple insurance document, she couldn't because everything else was in the way. Eventually, she decided to tackle the mountain. She shredded what she no longer needed, recycled the rest, and kept only the most essential paperwork. The result? A clear, easy-to-navigate system and a sense of mental clarity that surprised her. Here's how to sort everything. Create piles for what to keep, what to shred, and what to recycle. Be selective. Most things don't need to be saved forever. Keep only essential legal, financial, and medical documents. Digitize when possible. Many records are now available online. There's no need to keep physical copies of everything. Handle mail right away. Toss junk mail immediately. Sort bills and correspondence weekly to stay on top of it. Letting go of paper clutter makes space for both your home and your peace of mind. If this message is connecting with you and you're starting to see the value of clearing out the excess, leave a comment with number 4 below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that. Just click the button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Let's continue. There are still more important items ahead that may be quietly taking up too much room in your life. Number 5, kitchen items you never use. Of all the rooms in a home, the kitchen often holds the most clutter. It's the heart of the house, where memories are made, meals are shared, and stories are told. But over the years, it's easy for that space to become overfilled with items that once seemed useful but now just get in the way. Old mugs you never use, duplicate utensils, appliances you haven't touched in years. Those someday gadgets that sounded great in theory but ended up collecting dust in the back of a cabinet. George, 76, had a kitchen just like that. After decades in the same home, his cupboards were packed with odds and ends, 3 cheese graters, 2 slow cookers, a bread machine used once. His drawers were so full it was hard to find what he actually needed, and over time, cooking became more stressful than enjoyable. One day, while struggling to find a baking dish buried under a stack of rarely used pans, he decided to make a change. He went through each drawer, each cabinet, and asked a simple question: do I really use this? If the answer was no, he set it aside. Items in good condition were donated, duplicates were given away, and what remained was a clean, simple, and highly functional space. That's the beauty of a decluttered kitchen. It's not about having less, it's about having what works for you. When you clear the clutter, you gain room to move, cook, clean, and breathe. So take a good look around your kitchen. Open the drawers, peek into the cabinets, be honest with yourself. If you haven't used it in the last year, or if you didn't even remember you had it, it's probably time to let it go, because a kitchen filled only with what you need is a kitchen that supports your life, not one that adds to its weight. Number 6, sentimental items that no longer serve you. Letting go of sentimental items is one of the hardest parts of decluttering. These things aren't just stuff, they're filled with memories. Gifts from loved ones, vacation souvenirs, letters, photos, keepsakes from long ago. But at some point we need to ask ourselves, are these items bringing me joy or just taking up space? For many, holding on feels like honoring the past. But what happens when those boxes of memories begin to feel like a burden? Helen, 78, faced this exact challenge. After downsizing to a smaller home, she realized she had entire closets and even a storage unit filled with things she hadn't looked at in years. At first, the thought of letting go was overwhelming, but then she began to shift her thinking. She started with just one box. She chose to keep what truly meant something: her wedding album, a few heartfelt letters, a couple of souvenirs from trips that held deep meaning. Everything else she donated, gave to family, or took a photo to preserve the memory without keeping the item. The result, her new home felt lighter, and for the first time in years, her sentimental keepsakes were not buried in boxes. They were displayed, cherished, and enjoyed. The truth is, memories live in us, not in things. You don't have to keep everything to honor your life. You just have to keep what matters most and let the rest go with gratitude. If you're holding on to sentimental items that no longer serve you, give yourself permission to release them, not because they didn't matter, but because they did. And now it's time to make space for what matters today. Thank you for spending this time reflecting with me. Letting go isn't always easy, but it is freeing. Whether it's worn-out furniture, clothes you no longer wear, expired medications, piles of paperwork, cluttered kitchen tools, or sentimental keepsakes, each item you release is a step toward a home and a life that feels lighter, calmer, and more in tune with who you are now. What stood out most to you today? Maybe you've already started making small changes, or maybe this video has given you the nudge you needed to begin. Either way, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below and share one thing you're ready to let go of and what you hope to make room for instead. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who might be walking this same journey. Your support helps us continue creating thoughtful, uplifting content just for you. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep creating a life and a home that truly reflect you.